Hey everybody, it's Greg with Greg Goes. How y'all doing? We're downtown Austin. You can see the rotunda of the Capitol building behind me. We're going to go on a Segway tour with Texas Tours Segway. We'll get that right later. So Greg Goes on a tour. Let's go.
Everyone feel like we're warming up okay, doing all right here on the Segways?
Yeah, feeling good.
So, behind me right here, we always start out the tour with the Capitol building, which unfortunately right now they're still shut down. They were like the first building to shut down in the city, so it might be kind of a minute. But when it does reopen, what you'll notice is this whole above ground section, basically just for show. It's almost not used at all. Maybe 10, 20 days out of the year, something like that, actual work's being done in there. But your standard 9 to 5 at the Capitol, all underground. So this first section is basically just outgrown. When it first went up, it's the largest Capitol building in the country. We got to make sure everything is bigger in Texas. But these days, 100 offices in there, that's not actually that much for a modern office building, right? So they dug down. It goes down 4 stories, 1993 versus 1888. And that's where the actual like office work is getting done these days. So you ever step in, the whole section right here, basically the square portion that we can see, basically just a giant visitor section for us. You go through, you can kick open all the offices, take a peek at like the chamber spaces and stuff in there, and then you go underground and you'll start seeing that's where everybody's actually doing the kind of just day-to-day work. But they'll also have the cafeteria and the gift shop and stuff like that down underground for you. You know, anything that needs a little bit more space like that, it's just moving. But if y'all just turn your tires around now, you can see how that's affected the city. Prospect Tower right there, the little like 2 glass knives coming together almost, that is going to be the first building taller than the Capitol. Now that used to be a law. Until 2003, you couldn't build taller than or obscure the view of the Capitol. They technically broke it, but it was just they were allowed to finish right before the law went through there. So these days you can build whatever you want. You'll have probably noticed downtown is a giant construction site. We'll be working our way out towards it. Almost chronological order. Closer you are to the Capitol now, the older, shorter the city's going to be. The further out we go, the taller, glassier, newer it's all going to be there. Getting towards like all the tech companies and condos, really what's building up out that way. So as we roll on out, oldest church in town right there to show us. It's the oldest building in town that I can show us at all today. We're an 1830s town. That's 1852. It doesn't really get older than that in Austin. But also typically, you won't see many other 1850s buildings around anymore. I think much more like 1880s, 1890s for the historic portions of the city. This is one of the first permanent builds, and it is still all original stonework, stained glass inside of it there. So that's kind of the big draw these days. To the head of the Catholic diocese, they got plenty of services, but what people really like about this building is the wedding photos. So if you come out here during like a normal year, every single weekend someone's getting married out there. Their wait list is pushing like 2 years, something like that. definitely going to be a popular building just to go visit and grab photos. But on top of that, being the head of the diocese, they definitely still hold plenty of services in there. So let's stick out like a sore thumb these days because they're so fancy right next to all the ridiculous loud college bars. They still are a super nice hotel. It's got sold for like $85 million a couple of years back. But Jesse Driscoll took a pretty big hit right there when the dam failed. He was probably the one who had the most actual cash tied up in his building. So once he starts losing customers, he can't afford to keep it afloat anymore. He's forced to sell it very quickly after 1900 goes around. Ended up selling it to a guy named Littlefield, who Littlefield left it looking just like it does. He left the name on it, left both the heads on the roof there. It's like it's still the Driscoll building. They say that was Littlefield trying to be respectful to his old business rival that he'd kind of beat in the end, but Driscoll took it the wrong way. So when he passed away, he was very upset that Littlefield is now earning so much money off the back of his hard work and his good name. He rolled right out of his grave. And he sits just inside the lobby. It's the first of 12 ghosts inside what they claim is the most haunted location in all of Austin, the second most haunted hotel in the United States. Of course, number one, Stanley from The Shining, right? For this place, they got 12 ghosts on the inside. Jesse haunts the lobby, blowing cigar smoke into your They've got the fanciest bar on 6th Street. You go up there, Texas shaped glass top. Whenever y'all are ready. Here, I'll make room for us.
It's a party now.